Well, hello everyone. Today we're going to learn how to play The Way You Look Tonight from the movie Swing Time. Let's take a listen. All right, so I remember the hook line. I don't know the lyrics to the rest of it. What's new? But great song. I'm going to show you a couple of ways to play this. One is a kind of rhythmic way, and then there's kind of a more lyrical way that I'm going to show you that would really work for an alternate solo piano version. Hi, I'm Shawn of webpianoteacher.com, where we gather together to learn, play, and share the music that we love, creating a culture of encouragement for all you guys out there who are trying to learn to play piano online. You can do it. People have done it. You just have to pick the right lessons and you have to know how to practice. That's what I'm here for. I've been doing it for 30 years. Let's get to this song. All right, so this is an old favorite. And let me zoom the way I want to be here on this so that we can see the intro. But this is a piano solo arrangement that's going to have melody in the right hand, all right? But it also works as a sing-along if you want to sing with it. Some songs sound pretty good for singing with, even when you have the melody in the right hand. That way you can do it as a piano solo or for singing with, so it kind of works both ways there. If you are a complete beginner and you don't know anything, I recommend my Easy Piano Lesson series on webpianoteacher.com. It's for complete beginners, and it'll fill up any gaps that you may have in your learning if you tried traditional lessons when you were younger and just trying to get back into it. Okay, it'll be a good start for you there. So let's get to the board. So we have this intro, bum, bum, little peppy intro. Now don't be afraid of all of these flats that you see here, because it's gonna get less flats as we get into it. This is just kind of a way to introduce the song. So there are less flats. There's still flats in it, but not all. You won't have a lot of G flats and D flats to deal with. All right, but don't be afraid of flats. You just have to get used to it. Get used to playing in flats, and then it won't be hard anymore. All right, left hand's going to start with G flat below middle C, right here, okay? You could also play it down here. Be like a little peppy bass line. I'm going to play it right here for you more beginnerish who need to have your hands kind of closer together, all right? So G flat there. Then I come in with G flat on the right. Now, all you do to play a flat is you go to the next key to the left, whether it's black or white, okay? So this is a G note, okay? And so this is called G flat. That's the flat sign. This is a B, so this is B flat, and the top is D flat, okay? There you are on your G flat chord, so you go left, right, and I would keep this peppy. Bum. Don't pedal through everything and do this. Just takes the electricity out of it, I think. Has some short notes in there. The next thing we're going to do is go to G flat, B flat, E flat. All right, so we'll keep that B flat. I think I actually played a B natural there earlier, so my mistake. Make sure it's G flat, B flat, E flat. So you keep the note in the middle. If you're ever having a bunch of chords in a row, all right, and you need to practice it, and you just can't get it, from one chord to the next, always look for a note that stays the same. That'll really help you. You have 3 notes, 3 notes, 3 notes, but if there's a note that stays the same going from one chord to the next one, that's kind of your anchor to feel where you are to get to the next place. So always look for that note that stays the same. Back to the board, you can see it's the B flat here. Okay? So it's G flat, bum, bum. Then the left hand will have a D flat. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's just a thing on every count. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right? Just because we're using letters instead of actual notation, we can still talk about theory. We can still talk about chords and everything else that's involved in music. We're just doing it this way instead of notation. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, don't move on until that measure is comfortable. That way you have a manageable small part that you can handle, that you can feel good about. See, I did that. I'd rather feel that way about one measure than to play 5 measures and go, oh man, I stink. I can't play this. I'd rather do one measure and say I can do that one measure well. Then move on. Left hand A flat. Right hand's going to come in with E flat, A flat. Now here is a weird note, C flat. All right, so this is a C note. Now remember I said a flat is to the left whether it's black key or white key. Well, it just happens to be a white key in this case. So it's, yeah, that's a C flat. And you say, well, that's a B. Why didn't you write B? Normally I do, but sometimes I just feel like a teaching moment. So we're going to call this C flat because that's what it is. We're going to use 1, 2, 4. Fingers 1, 2, 4. Okay? And then the next chord is F, B flat, D flat. And you look and say, is there any keys that are the same? They aren't, but you can notice that they all move to the right. That'll kind of help you. Okay, so we go to B flat here in the middle, F, B flat, D flat. Left hand does a C flat. We just learned what C flat is, so you can play right there. Then D flat on the left. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Do not move on until you can do this comfortably. You can do it slower than I'm doing it. That's fine. But have it under your fingers. Now what do? We tie the 2 measures together. 2, 3, 4. Oh, I didn't do my B flat there. Here, 1. Okay. All right, so everyone makes mistakes. I had my mistake there. From B flat, I was playing an incorrect note. Now I fixed it. Now move on. If I keep making that mistake, I need to circle it to remind myself. Okay? Now, if you are a member of webpianoteacher.com, you can download the sheet for that. That's one of the perks of being a member. If you're not a member, there's also a free membership on there where you can just view all the part 1s and learn a lot doing the part 1s. There's thousands of lessons for you still. Next measure, G flat. Again, we played it over here at the beginning, so we know what to do there. What's the right hand do? D flat, G flat, B flat. So we're here, 1, 2, 4. So we have that chord, and then we have this one. Are there any notes that are the same? They're not, so we can't use a trick there. But we do see that everything goes to the right. So we go up to E flat, A flat, and C flat. And notice that it's not very far to get there. So don't put all these extra movements to get there. Just go easily to the next one. Same thing on that one. All right, then the last left-hand note is F. So the measure is 1. Flat after that. Let's tie all 3 together. Let's assume you spent a couple of hours, a couple of days learning each measure. Now you can put them together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. There we go. Okay, so there's our free part 1. The rest of the lessons for this series are, of course, on webpianoteacher.com, along with thousands of other lessons of great songs that everyone loves, of all types, of all whatever decade you lived in, or even classical music, or all levels, beginner to expert level. There's something on there for you, even, scale lessons, arpeggio lessons, just anything you can imagine, because I've been doing this online for almost 13 years now, making lessons almost every day. Plenty of content on there. Guys, come and join us on WebPiano.